ダメダメよダメなのよ
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be talking about the recent YouTube versus Twitch hashtag that has been trending on and off all this week. Apparently what had happened was a few Twitch streamers have decided to give their opinion on YouTubers, which in response led to everyone doing the same thing on both sides. Specifically, the argument or the war between YouTubers and Twitch streamers seems to be about how easy or how hard it is to make content on both sides, whether you're streaming on Twitch or whether you're making YouTube videos. I think the argument itself is kind of silly. However, I do think there are some good talking points. So yeah, I decided to talk about it. So yeah, I'm just going to post the controversial? I've been saying controversial my entire life. Controversial. Controversial. I'm going to post the controversial content, the clips in question that apparently has been going around the internet that everyone's been fighting about. And then I'll give my opinions on it and then we'll just talk about it from there. All right, cool. All right, this first clip was the one that kind of sparked everything. It comes from this Twitch streamer. His name is Hassanibi. I don't know a lot about him except for the fact that he has 17,000 subscribers and he describes himself as more of a reaction type streamer. So yeah, let's talk about it.
This is the most frustrating thing because I'm a React Andy myself. Like, I get so mad at this when YouTubers literally sit around, okay, and they make one video. They make one video a month and get like Patreon money.
Yeah, I just want to stop right there. Obviously the guy's tilted. Obviously the guy's mad. It looks like he's just now reacting to the whole content nuke Pokimane video that Leafy made. But I just want to stop it right there just because I don't know many YouTubers who are only just making one video a month and doing successful, unless these guys have already making content in the past and they've kind of just dwindled it down to, you know, 2 to 3 or 4 a month. Usually it takes a consistent upload to go ahead and get to this point, but yeah, we'll just keep going.
Where they make like 2 videos a week max, okay? And then they cash out with like a 6-figure check.
All right, so this is obviously geared towards like really well-established YouTubers, I imagine, who can make, you know, like 1 or 2 types of videos a week and probably get millions of views and they can cash out on that because that's the only kind of person I know that can make 6 figures making 2 videos a week.
Then they turn around and on streamers because they have a sea of simps. And then they turn around and on streamers who literally go live for 6 to 8 hours.
Okay, so this definitely has to be about Leafy. I don't think Leafy has a sea of simps. He definitely has an army of goons. I wouldn't call his viewers or his watchers or his supporters simps. I would call the, you know, like Pokimane's viewers and supporters simps if we're kind of trying to be technical.
Who literally can go live for 6 to 8 hours every day. Like, that's nuts, dude. Of course there's going to be dead space in between, you stupid This genuinely tilts me, dude. It genuinely tilts me. You could make a compilation of me sitting around, not even on camera, with a video playing in the background.
It's okay at this point if you don't know what he's referring to. And a lot of the commentary videos about Pokimane, they talk about how there's a lot of empty space for Twitch streamers where they're just sitting there eating or they're just doing nothing, which I agree. If you're a Twitch streamer and you're streaming for 8 hours, there's going to be periods of time where you ain't doing shit. You're just you're just kind of chilling. So I guess I agree with what he's saying here.
You could, when you're live for 13 hours a day, of course there's going to be dead space in between, dead air in between. It's so dumb.
So yeah, that was the initial clip that was going around at first that was causing a lot of people to get triggered. I don't disagree with everything he's saying. I do agree that, you know, kind of harping on a content creator because there's dead space between an 8-hour content that's kind of lame. I agree with that. But that's also not the point that was actually being made in a lot of these videos. A lot of the points that are being made in these videos that there's a lot of Twitch streamers who kind of just sit there and just watch other people's content. And they just sit there and just stare and they provide no extra commentary, no extra content. They're just existing. I don't think anybody has a problem with an 8-hour streamer who takes time to eat or who takes time to get off their desk. That's not the problem. The problem is the quality of the content. If someone is consistently just, you know, clicking on somebody's YouTube videos and just watching it without saying much, that's the specific critique that a lot of YouTubers have been making and talking about in terms of the commentary. So yeah, that's that clip. Now there has been recently a new clip that's come out from Ludwig, who's also a Twitch streamer. Came from the Melee community and now he kind of just popped off and he's doing his own thing. And yeah, people are kind of questioning that because he's kind of bringing up similar points. So yeah, here, I'll just play it right now.
Not Leafy. He's a YouTuber. YouTubers don't need breaks.
Okay, I want to stop it right here and just basically say he's wrong. I mean, clearly there's a lot of YouTubers who work really, really hard and they need breaks. But I also think that Ludwig is probably talking about something specifically in a specific context. So I'm just going to kind of let it slide because I'm pretty sure even he knows if you rewatch this video that what he's saying right now is just factually wrong.
Make like one YouTube video a week and they're like, oh, my mental health needs me to take more breaks. I'm so stressed.
People definitely need mental health breaks after they've been creating content for a long time, whether you're a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer or any kind of content creator. So I don't understand the whole, condescending nature when it comes to that.
Boy. YouTube video, it's 10 minutes long. What are you doing? Out here live like 200 hours a month.
So yeah, I don't really know what to say to that. It just the clip seemed very, very condescending towards YouTubers. My hope and my guess is that maybe Ludwig is only specifically talking about like channels like Leafy or channels that have very low quality, low effort videos. I'm guessing that he's only gearing his comments towards those kind of people. But reacting to just specifically Ludwig's clip is kind of like not fair. Obviously, I'm taking it out of context. It seems pretty condescending. And then when you kind of compare yourself to it and be like, yeah, I work really, really, really hard, then it's kind of, I don't know. It feels like a dick measuring contest, and I don't get the whole negative energy around it. Just from my personal experience, I watch Ludwig. I think he's an amazing streamer. He's crazy entertaining. So I find that trying to take his clip out of context and talk about it in a way where he can't really just talk about it overall, I ain't going to go into that, but the clip in general does look really bad, and I can understand why a lot of people don't like it. So yeah, that's how I feel about both those clips. So just to give my 2 cents on it, okay, because I've been a YouTuber for like almost 10 years now. I've been making content on and off while doing a full-time job in accounting, and I've also been a Twitch streamer as well. I've done multiple weeks where I've done 40 plus hours streaming. I'm not saying that I've done it to the extent that Ludwig has or done it to the extent of all these other top YouTubers, but I kind of understand and get the gist of what needs to be done. Obviously, I can probably speak on better terms as being a YouTuber since I've been creating my content from scratch for years. It wasn't more until recently where I started getting editors where I needed that, but before that I was working and I was making my own thumbnails and I was editing my own videos. I'd be staying up until like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. editing for like 5-6 hours for one video just to release it and then go to work the next day. So I get the struggles of being a YouTuber, and I also kind of get the struggles of being a Twitch streamer, having to be present for over 40 hours every single day, showing up to a job. It's kind of consistent with what I do now as a public accountant, where I have to show up to work for 10, 11, 12 hours out of a day, every single day, even on the weekends. There are no breaks. So I kind of get it, except for instead of doing like accounting, you're just playing video games and entertaining your audience. What I find weird is that at the end of the day, these are just rich people kind of just complaining about other rich people, about how they make their money. Like, it's kind of weird to me. The guy Hassanibi, the guy that I mentioned before, he has like 17,000 subscribers, and the guy I just mentioned, Ludwig, he has like 28,000 subscribers. If you just kind of like measured that 28,000, 30,000 on Twitch in just terms of like subscribers, that's close to 150K that you're taking home. Well, 75K after Twitch takes out that payout. That's before taxes, but that's not even including like sponsors or donations or special events. So on a monthly basis, these guys are taking insane amounts of money on a monthly basis. They're all, rich. You have one side who makes money by playing video games on a daily basis and entertaining an audience. And then you have another side who makes videos on a daily basis, who creates 10-minute videos and creates content, whether they're doing editing or they get editors or whatnot. So you have two sides of two people making two different types of content in two different ways. And I think it's important to mention that both these clips from these streamers appear to be a reaction to Leafy's recent content nuke series on Pokimane. So while they both say the word YouTubers and kind of put the word YouTubers in this huge bucket, I'm going to give them both the benefit of the doubt and basically assume that they're talking about Leafy's content or any kind of content where it seems like it's very lazily edited and they get a lot of views from it. And I'll explain what I feel about on that. I feel like it's not really fair to kind of like just take these clips out of context and be like, hey guys, you're talking about YouTubers, you're putting them in one bucket. That's bad. I'm going to take it a step further and assume that what they're referring to is a specific kind of content just so we can elevate the conversation. If I just stop there at YouTubers, then we can be like, hey, yeah, what you said is bad and you should feel bad. It's not that simple. We'll take it a step further. Let's give them the respect that they're actually talking about something more specific. I think both of these guys are missing a very crucial piece when it comes to Leafy's content. First of all, the difficulty of making content like Leafy or, commentary channels isn't the actual editing itself. It's the consistency. I think there was a point in Leafy's career where he was making 10+ minute videos daily, nonstop. I mean, at some points he was actually making 2 times upload. So the part about making these videos that are not easy to edit is I can understand that. The hard part is the consistency, because as a YouTuber, you have to continually go out and you have to find ideas. You have to find content. You have to figure out what to make videos on. And doing that consistently, daily, every day is pretty difficult. Also, and I've watched Leafy's content a lot during the day, there was actually a point where Leafy was making really highly edited videos that he said he was doing himself at one point in time, that he said would take hours. And yeah, he at some point started going in on his editing and making his videos much more fluid and, you know, taking up more time than it needed to be. So it wasn't always this constant, like, you know, have him slicing the sword in the background while talking and putting random JPEGs and sound effects. It wasn't always that kind of simple, but yeah, he's made content long enough where he can now finally make this specific kind of easy form of content and get views from it. So I would say this isn't something where you can just come out and just do this. You can't have no subscribers, make low effort video, and suddenly everything pays off. No, this is the accumulation of Leafy and everything he's done over years and years and years, basically showing for himself, where he can make a 30-second video where he just talks about nothing and a black darkness and it'll get 1 million views. Okay, so his viewership is now based upon his entire career as a YouTuber. The same applies to Twitch streamers, okay? This guy Hassanibi, apparently he can just react to videos, okay? This is not a one-off where, hey, if I make a video where I just react to a YouTube video, then suddenly I become big. No, he's been making content and been doing this long enough where he can sustain, you know, 17,000 subscribers watching other people's YouTube videos and just kind of talking about it or reacting to it, okay? So I think what's basically being missed is that none of these are one-offs. These are the results of people putting in, you know, hours and hours and hours and days and weeks of amounts of work creating their fan base that they have now. But all in all, I don't feel like the argument is necessary. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're just the common person who's watched, you know, Twitch streamers, if you've watched YouTubers, you know that there are pros and cons of being on both sides, and both sides can be very challenging. So we agree to that. We understand that. We accept that. So there's no reason to kind of flame one side or flame the other side based on the form of content that they're creating. I don't care if your content is drawing a perfect circle, okay? If you can draw a perfect circle and no one else can, and you can get the viewership for it, then I'm not going to knock you for drawing circles. You could draw a circle every day of your life and get paid millions of dollars. And if you can do it and make that happen, then wow, congratulations. Like, I just don't get... I don't get why we're attacking people. Okay, I lied. I get why we're attacking people. These guys are coming to the offense of Pokimane, who is a streamer. So when Leafy is attacking Pokimane, I think in a way these guys also feel kind of attacked, but I don't think that was the point. I think the point of Leafy's, you know, recent series was kind of attacking Pokimane herself and some of her actions. I think one point that they harped upon was her streaming and how she does stream, but for the most part, it was the criticism as a whole about some of the things that she's done. It almost feels like these guys are kind of taking offense to Leafy's content when Leafy's not even, you know, specifically addressing them. Anyway, yeah, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below between this whole, you know, Twitch streamers versus YouTubers war that's currently going on the internet. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you side with some of these guys on these clips? Do you side with Leafy? Do you side with... What do you feel, okay? My guess is that this is not going to be the end of it. It feels like we're kind of looking for reasons to kind of just fight. Maybe because we're all inside, we're on quarantine or we're on lockdown. We're staying inside and we're kind of watching TV. But I don't get it. This is not something that would have ever been a debate in the past before. But now that it is happening, it just kind of makes me wonder, why does it need to happen when there's just so much other stuff going on? But it's a trend, and eventually, after, you know, YouTubers stop going after streamers, then something else new will happen. We'll just keep finding reasons to be mad because that's just the state of the internet right now. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys watched this far, hey, do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Have an awesome day.